Hi, second graders. Here we are again. We're going to do science, and this time we're doing lesson 2, which is magnets. So, make sure that you have your workbook out and a pencil so that you can do this with us. And just like the last science lesson, just like the last activity, we are also going to watch the video together with this, because I think it helps you to answer the questions properly if you're watching the video and getting all that information. And I also can talk to you about key points that I want you to understand as you watch or as we watch the video together. Okay, so make sure you have this out, have your name on it. We're going to first just take a look at this first page, okay? And it says, engage your brain. Let me zoom it in a little bit better. What objects are making the smiley face? So if we take a look at that, what are these objects here making the smiley face? Does anybody have any idea? Yep, those are magnets. Magnets come in very different shapes. Okay, you can see that these look like little donuts. They have a hole in the middle. And sometimes magnets do not have holes in the middle. They also come in like a horseshoe shape. Notice there's an S and an N on this one. We'll talk about that later. And we have one for our door to keep our door from closing. And that one is a rectangular shape. All right. So then I want you to take just a few moments, and like we always do, we do the active reading, which is the vocabulary terms. So you want to flip through the next few pages, and you want to find the vocabulary words that are listed. Okay. So go ahead and write that. And while you're doing that and writing those vocabulary words, I will get our screen ready for the video. Notice we have to get to the science units in Think Central, and it brings up these little puddles, and I will click on number 10, which is our unit. And then we already watched what is energy, and we are now on what are magnets, lesson 2. Make that bigger.
Welcome to the lesson, What are magnets? In this lesson, you will learn about what magnets are and how they work. The vocabulary words for this lesson are magnet, attract, pull, and repel. You can click each word to find out more about it.
Remember, if you click on those words, it kind of takes you out of that video. So I would rather that you not even click on them. These words, though, are in the back of your workbook. So if you wanted to flip to the back of your workbook, in the very back, you could find magnet, attract, pull, and repel. Okay, there's a little dictionary glossary back there.
Why are all these steel nails stuck to this rock? Because this rock is a lodestone. A lodestone is a natural magnet found in the ground. Yes, Earth makes its own magnets. Lodestones were discovered more than 2,000 years ago.
Be super cool to find a lodestone, huh?
Natural lodestone magnets look like rocks, but other magnets come in different shapes and sizes. Some shapes magnets can come in are horseshoe, bar, and ring. No matter what shape or size they are, all magnets have something in common. They all have two poles, or places where the pole is the strongest. These poles are called the north-seeking pole and the south-seeking pole. Some magnets are marked with an N on the north-seeking pole and an S on the south-seeking pole.
Okay, and it's very important for you to remember, boys and girls, about north and south. Okay, the north-seeking pole and the south-seeking pole. And then on here we would have the north-seeking pole and the south-seeking pole at the tips or the ends of the horseshoe magnet.
Click the magnets to find out what happens when they are placed near each other. When opposite poles of magnets are near each other, they attract or pull toward each other. When like poles of magnets are near each other, they repel or push away from each other. When like poles of magnets are near each other, is there iron in it? A magnet can tell you. Magnets are attracted to things that contain iron, a mineral found in the earth. Iron is used to make some kinds of metal, including steel. Lots of stuff around your house is made of iron or steel. Which objects will a magnet attract? Click the pictures to find out. Magnets attract nails that are made of iron. Magnets do not attract things made of plastic like these buttons. These screws are made of steel which contains iron. A magnet will attract them. A magnet will not attract things made of wood. A magnet will attract steel paper clips, washers, and bolts. Aluminum is a shiny metal, but it does not contain iron. Magnets do not attract aluminum. A refrigerator door might not look like it is made of metal, but if you can put a magnet on it, it must contain steel.
Okay, and if we were at school, we would get a magnet and be able to test out several things. So if you have a magnet at home, or if your parents have a magnet, whether it's a refrigerator magnet or a different kind of magnet, you can test out different things around your house to find out if they have iron or steel in them, and the magnet attracts them.
Magnets can make objects move without touching them. How do they do this? Because of their magnetic field. The area around a magnet is its magnetic field. If an object that contains iron is in this area, the magnet can pull the object without touching it. Watch this magnet attract nails without touching them. You'll see how the nails seem to float up from the table to touch the magnet. This is the magnetic pole at work. The magnetic pole gets stronger as the magnet is moved closer to the object and weaker as the magnet is moved farther away from the object. Watch. Click the play button to see the magnet at work.
That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Let me see if I can play that part again. Make it bigger for you. That was pretty cool.
Which of these magnets will attract each other? Remember what you learned about which poles attract and which poles repel. Click the magnets that attract each other.
Well, take a close look. So we have two of the same ends here.
You're close, but try again.
So do the same ends attract? No. Okay, look at here. We also have the same type of ends attracting, or same type of ends. Are they going to attract? Or we have
Great job!
opposites,
The
and those
magnets with the
attract.
opposite poles near each other will attract. The magnets with the like poles near each other will repel.
We'll go into more detail with that, boys and girls.
Which of these magnets will attract? Look at these items. Which ones will a magnet attract? Drag the items to the correct place.
Okay, now I want you to remember that in order for a magnet to attract something, it has to have iron or steel in it, okay? So, we're going to go ahead and try out some of these objects. This is a wood chair. Do you think it will attract? The magnet will attract it or not? No, wood was one of the things that magnets cannot attract. A steel needle. Magnets attract steel or iron. A steel safety pin. Yup, magnet will attract it. A steel chair. Magnet will attract it. A basketball. What do you think? Nope. An aluminum can. Oh, what do you think? Remember, like the aluminum foil? A magnet will not attract aluminum. So the aluminum foil would go down here just like the can would. It does not, a magnet will not attract it. A plastic cup? Nope. And an iron car, a car that is made of iron.
Wow! A magnet will attract a lot of things. The things a magnet will attract have iron in them, like the steel chair and the needle. A magnet will not attract things that are made of plastic, like the cup, or things that are made of wood, like the chair. A magnet will not attract aluminum either, since aluminum does not contain iron. What are important things to know about magnets? Magnets have two poles, north-seeking and south-seeking. These are the strongest places on a magnet. Opposite poles attract or pull together. Like poles repel or push away from each other. Magnets attract objects made of iron. Some metal objects have iron in them. Magnets have a magnetic field. They attract objects in the magnetic field without touching them. The farther away an object is from a magnet, the weaker the pole is from the magnetic field. So now you know about magnets. Wouldn't it be fun to walk around your classroom with a magnet to see what it attracts? Give it a try. Now that you've finished this lesson, if you wish, you can go back and review any part of the lesson again.
And just like I said earlier, boys and girls, are on the other lesson that we were doing, lesson 1 on energy. If you feel like you need to watch the video again, it will be in Google Classroom, and next to or with the assignment, I'll have an attachment and you can click on it, or just go into Think Central and click on Unit 10, and then What Are Magnets lesson, lesson 2. Okay, well now we're going to go into, let's see if I can get there, so hold on a second. All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to complete this page that I asked you to do while we were getting the lesson ready, or the video ready. So it says preview the lesson, active reading, write the 4 vocabulary terms here. What were your 4 vocabulary terms? Yep, magnet, pole, repel, and attract. So if you came up with those 4, good job. All right, so we're moving on to the next 2 pages. See if I can make a little bit more room. All right, and it says magnetic pull. A magnet is an object that can pull things made of iron and steel. A magnet can push or pull other objects. A magnet has 2 poles. A pole is a place on a magnet where the pull is the greatest. One pole is the north-seeking, or N. The other pole is the south-seeking, or S pole. Find the sentence that tells the meaning of pole and draw a line under the sentence. So that should be pretty easy. So you want to look up above in the 2 paragraphs that are up there and find the sentence that states the meaning of pole. And we want to draw a line under it. A pole is a place on a magnet where the pull is the greatest. Sorry, I didn't write very well. I was focused on someone else who is in the room messing with my supplies. Okay, we have a bar magnet with the north pole and the south pole marked on it. We have a horseshoe magnet with the north and the south pole marked on it, and ring magnets. When we take a look at this page over here, it says, like poles, and both of the similar ends of the magnets are pointing towards one another. Okay, so those are like poles, or poles that are the same repel each other. Okay, they're not together. There's that space there. That's because they are the same and they repel. Repel means to push away. So repel means to push away from something. All right, it says draw 2 bar magnets to show another way. So look at these 2 magnets. We have the 2 N sides of the poles close to one another. What would be another way that we could draw those magnets down here and they would show repelling? I'm going to draw my 2 magnets, and I'm not going to put them right next to one another. I want space in between because I want them to look like they are repelling or not touching or attracting. Okay, you're right if you put an S on this side and an S on that side. That would be the other way that you could show those bars repelling. So that is what you need to be drawing in that space. Okay, then down below, you'll notice that they don't have the same ends pointing towards one another. They have opposites. They have an N on this side and an S on that side. And they have an S here and an N here. And notice they are right next to one another. That means they attract. Opposite poles, or poles that are different, attract each other. Attract means they pull towards something. So they are as close as they can get to one another. Excuse me. All right. Now let's take a look at the next page, and it says, attract attention. A steel paper clip is attracted to a magnet. A rubber band is not. Rubber band's not made of steel or iron, right? Because that's what we had just talked about or just learned, that in order for a magnet to attract, The object has to have steel or iron in it. Magnets attract some things, but not others. Look at these boxes. Which things are attracted to a magnet? Which things are not? Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, boys and girls, is I'm going to put these things on this paper plate, and I'm going to kind of show you. Underneath the paper plate, I am going to put a magnet. So here's my magnet. I'm going to show you. There's 4 of them. That's what they look like. They're 4 round ones. They're not donut shaped. They don't have a hole in there. But remember, magnets come of all different shapes and sizes. And I can actually try all of these things that are down here, or as many of them as I can. Okay, so let's take a look at the paper clip. Okay, so I'm going to put a paper clip on this plate, and then underneath the paper clip, I'm going to move the magnet. Oh, look at that. So, is the paper clip attracted to the magnet? Yep. Okay, so I'll move that one. Then we have a safety pin. See it moving around? It's actually standing up, guys. I wished I could show you this. And in class, we could all do that. It's standing right up, that paper clip, and twirling. It's pretty cool. Okay, so paper clip, safety pin is attracted. What else? Washer. Yep. Washers definitely. And I have a pin or a tack. And that's able to attract. Okay, I have a different kind of paper clip. I have a pink colored one, so we're going to try this one. Yep, it just has a coating on it. So underneath must be the paper clip made of steel or iron, just like this one is. But it must just have a coating on it. Okay, and the next one. Okay, I'm hoping I'm finishing up where my computer had stopped the video. So we had to draw something else that a magnet attracts. So I did some scissors, because we just showed how scissors were attracted. Draw something else that a magnet does not attract. Well, there's lots of things that they did not attract that we showed, like a penny, dime, quarter. You want to do something different. I showed a matchstick. That did not. A wooden ruler would not attract. A tennis ball would not attract. I mean, you could find lots of things at your home. This is a plastic hair thing, and that would not, because it's made of plastic, it doesn't have iron or steel in it, that would not attract. A simple piece of paper is not going to be attracted by a magnet. Okay, so you could draw any of those things. All right, I'm just going to put wooden ruler. You can do something else. All right, there's lots of things that you could put from home. All right. Okay, so now it says look at the magnet. I'm sorry, just a second. Look at the way the magnet pulls the paper clips right through the hand. A magnet does not have to touch an object to move it. Remember, it said that in the video. This is possible because of its magnetic field. This is the area around a magnet where the magnetic force is felt. And I want to show you guys, if I can show you this. Ooh, I don't know if I can, how I can do this. I can do what this person is doing. So let me see if I can make this bigger. I'm sorry. Okay, here I am. All right, so I'm going to put my magnets on top of my hand. All right, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to put my magnet on top of my hand. And then, are you ready? I'm going to put a paper clip underneath. That ain't working. Okay, hold on. Hold on, kiddos. Okay, so I'm going to put the magnets like this. I might switch it up like this. I'm not sure. One of these ways works. Okay? Oops, let me do it like this. One of these ways works, so hold on. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, you can't see it. Let me do it this way. Yes, it does. See it? See the paper clip hanging from my hand? Ah, isn't that cool? Okay, so it does work, that picture that you see, where the paper clips and the magnet don't have to touch. Your hand could be right in the middle of there. All right, so let me hurry up and get out of this so that you can see what we're doing. Okay, we're back down to here. All right, so look at the way the magnet pulls the paper clips right through the hand. A magnet doesn't have to touch an object to move it. This is possible because of its magnetic field. This is the area around a magnetic field or a magnet where the magnetic force is felt. So it says, how far from a paper clip must a magnet be before it does not attract it? Use a ruler. Okay, so I'm pulling out a ruler. See my ruler down here? All right. And now I'm putting my magnets down here at 3 inches. 3. Just because I feel like doing it at 3. Okay, now I'm putting my paper clip over here. All right. Well, it's not attracting it at 3 inches. It's not attracting it at 3 inches. So I'm going to move it closer. 2.5. Nope, not attracting it. 2.5 either. Let's do 2. Nope, not doing it at 2. Oh, it'll do it at 1.5. So, okay, boys and girls, I'm going to have to hurry up and finish because something's going wrong with my computer and I'm running out of space. So anyways, did the magnet attract the paper clip at 1/2 inch? Yes. It attracted 1 inch. I'm going to put it down there. 1 inch. Yup. Yes. It attracted 1.5 inch. Yes. It attracted 2 inches. No, it did not. How far from the magnet can you observe the magnetic field, and how do you know? Well, you'll know when you put that paper clip close to it and it starts to head towards it. So for here, it's what? 1.5. 1 inch it attracted, 1.5. So at 1.5 inches, the magnet attracted the paper clip. Okay. Okay, see that well enough? So yes, it attracted. Yes, it attracted. Yes, it attracted. No, it did not. And at 1.5 inches, the magnet attracted. Okay, boys and girls, wow. My video has stopped 3 times now, and so I'm hoping I can make it through the rest of this because of storage. So it says, magnets everywhere. Magnets do much more than stick papers to the refrigerator. They help us in amazing ways. Look at the pictures to see some of the things magnets can do. A detail is a fact about a main idea. Reread the captions and draw one line under each of the 3 details about how magnets are used. Magnets in MRI machines help make pictures of the inside of bodies. So this is all a detail. That's one special thing that magnets can do. Then we have huge magnets help sort items made of iron and steel before they're recycled. So that's really cool that you don't have to dig through all the recycling. The magnet will pull out the things that have metal or steel or iron in them. Makes the job a lot easier. A maglev train uses magnets to lift and move the train forward. One train has gone 361 miles per hour. So magnets are involved in this train and getting it moving. Draw a way you use magnets. So you can draw like your refrigerator and magnets on your refrigerator. You can draw magnets on a board. We use magnets to hold papers up in the classroom. We use magnets to hold up charts and things in the classroom. But you have to draw one way that you use a magnet. And then circle the objects a magnet attracts. Okay, well, I'm going to put all the things right here. So we have this, a button, and then let's see which things are attracted by it. I'm going to roll the magnets closer. There's the paper clip. There's the screw. Okay, so it's those 2 things that you circle. And then down below, a magnet must touch an object to attract it. Is that true? What did it say in our video? Nope, they do not have to touch it to attract it because it's magnetic field. Just like when we did it up here. Oops, it's not touching it and it attracted it and pulled it towards it. Okay, boys and girls, my computer messed up again, so I am trying to finish this lesson and it's crazy. It's not allowing me to do it. Okay, so on this page, if you want to draw a way you can use a magnet, draw a picture of it. And this one, draw a way you can use magnets also on the next page. And then down. Okay, we're going to try this again. So just put these words in the paragraphs down below. Dear Uncle Herbie, thanks for the science kit. I like the magnets the best. They make some objects move without touching them. I use the big magnet to blank an iron nail. Keep in mind iron. Go ahead and finish that page. On the back it says a magnet is an object that can push and pull other magnets and pull things made of iron and steel. So what you want to write here is all the things that you've learned. Okay? So you're going to tell me all the important details that you learned, like magnets have a north and south pole. Let's see. Opposite poles attract. We'll say like poles repel. Okay. What else do we want? Magnets. Whoops. I'm sorry. Can attract objects without touching. And I'm trying to write really quick before my video stops again. And magnets come in many shapes and sizes. And I'm writing really sloppy, sorry guys, but I don't know what is going on with my computer right now that it is not allowing me to do this full video. And so here I am. Sorry, it just looks so messy. So magnets have a north and south pole. That's one thing we learned. Opposite poles attract, like poles repel. Magnets can attract objects without touching, and magnets come in many different shapes and sizes. Okay, so you want to go back and do all those other pages before you turn it in, okay? All right? Okay. All right, this is it. So finish that, boys and girls, and then submit it or have your parents submit it.